Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of The Path of a Naturopath. I'm Mark Woodall from naturopathichealthandfitness.com. I got an idea. Let's run an experiment, okay? Let's give you a drug. Let's call it a cholesterol-lowering medication, and let's give me a placebo, okay? And what's a placebo? Placebo, which means in Latin "I shall please," is supposed to be a substance with it's physiologically inert, and it's not supposed to contribute to the condition that help or hurt the condition that we're working with. Okay, cool. So we give myself olive oil, and we run the experiment, and we see that, oh, your statin drug lowered your cholesterol, and wait a second, the olive oil lowered the cholesterol too, my cholesterol. We got a problem here. Okay, here's the issue. Placebos are supposed to be physiologically inert substances. Okay, guess what? They're not. Okay, the placebo effect is well documented in science to have tremendous effects in the mind-body community. It's well established. And the other problem is that in the science community, people are no longer reporting what the placebo is of the experiments they're running. What do I mean? What's in a placebo? Who knows? Analysis of randomized controlled trials. This is by Beatrice Golem, MD, PhD, published in the Annals of Internal Medicine, October 2010. So what's going on in this paper? Well, she and a couple of researchers said, hey, let's look back at the last 2 years, 2008, 2009. Let's collect all the research done in the 4 most impactful journals. These are supposed to be the cream of the crop medical journals in the literature. The Lancet, the New England Journal of Medicine, the Journal of the American Medical Association, and the Annals of Internal Medicine, the very people who published this paper. So, when we look at this research, we find that of the trials that were done from these, that were published in these 4 journals, about 90 pills were tested, 90 different drugs. Guess how many times the authors of these studies reported what the placebo was? Less than 10%. Less than 10%. So if we ran 100 experiments and we published them all, I just only told you about what I gave the placebo group 10 times. That's not good science, okay? That's not how science is done, because if I read this paper and I wanted to go run the exact same experiment, because that's what the scientific method says I'm supposed to be able to do, is to repeat this process and test it again, I need to know what your placebo was. And it's not being published. And there's a problem with this too. Because these substances are not physiologically inert, they can have the negative, positive, or directional, meaning the same direction as the drug that's being administered, effects on people. Specifically, the author, Dr. Golem, lists megestrol acetate and its use with anorexia associated with cancer. And so we gave this drug to a group of people, and we gave them a placebo. And surprisingly, they noticed that gastrointestinal symptoms improved dramatically in the group that got the drug, as opposed to the placebo group. And, oh, wait a second. They realized that, or they didn't realize, but thank God Dr. Golem realizes that the placebo was lactose. And when people undergo chemotherapy and radiation therapy for cancer, lactose intolerance increases. And so these people are getting lactose as a placebo, and they're becoming lactose intolerant. Do you think that they might have gastrointestinal problems and symptoms? Yeah, I think so. So what is this video? This video is to the general public for education. This video is for the science researchers who are doing this research. Keep doing the work you're doing. All I'm asking is that we reestablish some ethics here. Start doing the research and publishing what exactly is going on. Okay? Forget the drug companies, forget all this other stuff. Start doing the true science. You guys are true scientists. I know it. You want to find out the truth. You gotta publish the truth.